Hello everyone, so in this we will be looking at absolute values, graphs and area based questions, okay. So for that we need to know the graphs of some standard functions. One of them, the most common one that comes in CAD is the modulus function. So y equal to x is this line, okay. So y equal to mod x, what does modulus do? We discussed that, it changes the negatives to positives, keeps the positives intact. So the negative part of the y value graph will shift up. So now it becomes y equal to mod x. This is the graph of y equal to mod x. Now shifting, so if I want to shift the graph left, right, up, down, okay. So if I have y equal to mod of x minus 1, remember quadratic equation roots we had discussed. When I replace x with x minus 1, the roots become 1 greater, okay. So here also same thing happens. When I am shifting x minus 1, it looks as if I am going to push the graph that side. It does not happen that way. It pushes this side and comes here at point 1. This is the new graph. And this value will also be 1. Why? Because after all these are all 45-degree lines, okay. 45-degree lines. So this is 45, that's 90, that's 45. So it has to be an isosceles right triangle, some geometry, okay. So y is mod x minus 1 comes here. Why? Why does it not go to that side? Because you can clearly see at x equal to 1, y should be 0, okay. If I had pushed it to that side, at x equal to 1, y would be something much bigger. So that is why it actually would have been wrong if I had pushed it to the other side. So in the same way, if I had done x plus 1, so x plus 1 mod, the graph would have shifted this side and it would have looked like this. Similarly, if I have y equal to mod of x plus 1, that means I am increasing the value of y here, okay, not x. So the graph would have just moved up by 1 unit like this, mod x plus 1. Mod x minus 1 would have made it go down. This is mod x minus 1. And what happens if I put a whole mod on top of that? This negative part will now get removed and it will come up, and we have now created the letter W, okay. This is the graph of mod of x minus 1 whole mod. So these things we have to understand. So there can be questions based on this. For now we will be looking at these two graphs. So the first one says mod of x plus 2 plus mod of y minus 3 is 10. So let's first forget that plus 2 and minus 3. What is that going to do? It's just going to, as we discussed, shift the graph here and there, right? So we are just going to solve for mod x plus mod y equal to 10, okay? Mod x plus mod y equal to 10. So how does the graph look like? How do we do it? So simple way, let's take the intercepts, put x equal to 0. What do we get as y? So mod of y is 10, y is minus 10 or plus 10. Then if I put y as 0, they get the x intercepts, x would be plus or minus 10. So that's 10, negative 10, negative 10, plus 10. So now the graph is either going to go as a rhombus sort of a shape like this, or it would be a square sort of a shape like this. How do you check which one is it? So just to check, simple way, does 10 comma 10 satisfy? If x is 10, y is 10, the sum comes out to 20. We don't have 20, we just have 10. So the graph will look like this. Not like that, straight line. So straight line, a straight line. Any point on this will satisfy. Say for example here, okay. So a point could be 5 comma 5. If I plug in, say 5 plus 5 is 10, okay. Here if I have x as minus 5 and y as 5, minus 5 mod is 5, mod of 5 is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10. So this is the thing. What is the area bounded? So this area would be half times 10 times 10, 10 by 10, and there are 4 of those. So 200. Why did we not consider this plus and minus thing? That is going to just shift the rhombus somewhere here or here, whatever. but the essential area and stuff would remain the same. So we can just ignore those two plus minus stuff and just assume as if it is mod x and mod y. Let's go to the next one. So mod of x plus y and mod of x minus y is 10. Okay. Same method. So we'll take x as 0, the x and y intercepts. So we have mod of minus y, which is mod y only. So that basically becomes 2 times mod y is 10. So mod of y is 5. So y is plus minus 5. So here we have a 5, there we have a minus 5. And if I put y equal to 0, the same thing is going to happen. So x would be plus or minus 5. So here we have a 5, there we have a minus 5. Again the same situation arises. Is it a rhombus? Is it the square? Check, does 5 comma 5 satisfy? If I plug it in here, 5 minus 5, 0. Next one, 5 plus 5 is 10. 0 plus 10 is 10. It does satisfy. So this time the graph is going to go like this all the way. And therefore the area, this is minus 5 to 5. Excuse me. This is 10. And this is also 10. So the area is a square of 100. Let's go to the next question. So what is the area bounded by mod of y minus 1 equal to mod of x minus 1? Okay. So if I ignore the minus ones like last time, if I had just mod y equal to mod x, what would have that been looking like? It would have looked like this. It's just the x. Why? Because on every point here, the values of x and y are equal in magnitude. Okay. So like here we would have x as 3, y as minus 3. Here we would have 3 comma 3. Here it would have been x as minus 3, y as 3. Here it would be minus 3, minus 3. See, all of them satisfy. Every time mod x equals mod y. So that means we are going to get the x. But this time here we have y minus 1, x minus 1. So we have the same x but from the point 1 comma 1. So the graph will look like this. And then this. This point would be 1 comma 1. And they are asking you what is the area bounded by this with the y-axis. So it has to be this area that we are interested in. Okay. Now how do you find that? So this point 1 comma 1 means this distance is 1. Right. Now this we had discussed last time also that these are 45-degree lines. Right. Now if this is 1 comma 1, this height is also 1 means what? This is 1. Okay. So now if these are 45-degree lines, this will also become 1 because then this is going to be 45, this is going to be 45, right? 90. So 1, 1, 1 and 1. So that means this height becomes 2. So what is the area of this triangle? Half times base, which is 2, times the height is 1. We are basically looking from this direction. Okay. So the area is 1. So that is the solution. Okay. I hope this was clear. Thanks for watching.